Let's make crypto great again. That felt a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. We have so much to cover, it's hard to condense it down to just one topic, but I know you guys like watching these videos for those juicy 100x opportunities, so I'm going to leave those towards the end of the video. There has been some substantial news this week, including Trump pumping the crypto market.
Thank you for the statement. Yeah, with the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir.
This was just enough for degens to do degen things, make narratives, and pump Trump over several different chains. I know people that literally made millions off of this recent pump, but here's what they figured out. You buy the narrative before it becomes a narrative, and I'm going to show you opportunities on how to do that in this video. First and foremost, Bitcoin's holding pretty decent around 62. I know when we were at we touched 58, people were capitulating until 40K. Looks like we're really staying between that 58 and 70K range, which is totally okay for now. We talk about this every video, but historically it takes a couple months after the halving for Bitcoin to really pump. So the way we see it holding these levels is pretty good. We see the ETF outflow still continuing to be positive, and even the day that it was negative in the last few days was only $15 million, which sounds like a lot, but we had 217 million the day before that, 378 million the day before that. This was rebounding from, again, these huge outflows that we saw potentially having an effect on the price, dropping it down to 58,000. This also does not even include Hong Kong's ETFs in these charts. Also, some more news, some substantial news this week is that FTX plans on returning actually more than customers lost as far as their funds go during the fallout of the FTX collapse. Specifically, the article was claiming that you can get up to 118% back on your claim. I'm sure that will be equivalent to whatever the crypto was in USD value. So let's say you lost one Bitcoin. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to give you over $60,000 or $70,000. That probably means they're going to give you the value of Bitcoin at the time that you lost it, plus 18% on top. This is still better than nothing by a landslide. I think this is positive for the crypto market, kind of rebounding, gaining more trust amongst retail and amongst people that are buying in bigger portions. Shout out to my OMI fam that has been with me since day one. That's one of the original tokens that I followed. OMI is now going to be on layer 2 base. If you don't know, I have been super bullish on base since it became a thing. If you look at some of my recent videos, I mean, base, it's all over. I think this is a great decision on Ecomi's part, really hitting while the iron is hot. As you can tell, I thought it was bullish. People are already swapping out. It's super easy to take a token on base. This guy took Chuck, $10 of it and switched it for 15,000 OMI. And then just like that, this opens a huge new liquidity flow for OMI. Speaking of Chuck, by the way, if you looked at these videos, I was talking about Chuck under like a $3 million market cap. Chuck has actually crossed a $25 million market cap, constantly breaking all-time highs. That's not the only token that I've mentioned on this channel that has done insane numbers. Some of you might think that this is clickbait, but we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. I say that every video, but some of these tokens really can take off, and Chuck is showing just that. By the way, speaking of my YouTube channel, I am at 9,600 subscribers. Today is my birthday, 29, almost into the 30s. Would be a huge blessing if in the next few weeks or months on end that I can cross that 10K mark, and I can't do it without you guys liking and commenting and doing all those YouTube things. I don't like to ask for it, but just take a second and go ahead and do that. So Trump is trending on almost all chains. You go to Ethereum, you got Trump, which is MAGA. Go to Solana, you got Trimp, which is kind of like a meme. Go to Magic Eden, I had pulled up earlier, and the Donald Trump, which is a rune, was trending #1 earlier today. So what this really shows you and shows me is basically if you can be early to these narratives, you can buy in before it goes up hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of percent. So what are some things to look out for on that? Well, I'm going to show you in just a second after I have a look at today's sponsor. So shout out to Aether Cloud Drop. One of my favorite parts about this partnership is I'm not even promoting a product. I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this airdrop opportunity that they have for free. So in order to qualify for this airdrop, it's between April 25th and ends on May 12th. That means you have a couple of days, and it is so easy to do. Literally, I will just drop the referral link down below, and you just go to the site. When you get there, you just scroll down to task and you just start knocking out these tasks. Now, one does say purchase a node. You don't even have to purchase. Just go complete the task on Galax, complete layer 3 quizzes, and then you can refer your friends. Again, my referral will be down below. Please use that. I actually paid attention when completing the task on Galax, and I earned over 1,000 to get that badge, and it took me less than 10 minutes even with paying attention. Doing these quests will also teach you about the platform, about the token that you're receiving, and everything else. When anything requires a connection, whether that be wallet or social media, I recommend maybe not using your primary, using a secondary to be able to knock out tasks, to be able to connect your wallet. That way you are virtually risk-free in it. As you're completed, you'll see the badges on the screen. The badges do take some time to upload, so it's okay. You can just wait after you've completed the task. Doing the free task should get you the Galax, the layer 3, the Aether OGs, and referrals. And also, if you have any of these communities, you want to go ahead and connect those so that you can take advantage of those badges. If you made it through my ad, congratulations. We're going to get to the 100x opportunities. We're going to talk about Trump again. So if you look over here, it was virtually, I mean, the volume was almost non-existent. You probably thought this was a dead token back in December. This is when you should have been buying. Unfortunately, right now, people are just now finding out about it. Instead of buying it at 24 cents, they're buying it at $6. So what can be the next narrative? I'm not here to tell you what the next narrative is. While I am going to show you something specific that I think is very interesting with a lot of opportunity, I'm here to tell you to find your own narrative. As always, these are just videos to be able to get you on the same playing field as everyone who lives on the space, not necessarily tell you what you should and shouldn't buy. So that being said, AI could be a narrative, gaming could be a narrative. These have been narratives or metas. They've came, they've went, they came, they went. But what do you think is going to be next? Shout out to my friend Blockchain Rick James or Trapping NFTs. There will be days in the future that I wish I took advantage more. Down to 82 million from 97 million. What he's talking about is an Olympic start. This is basically a bunch of country tokens that are all in a collaborative effort. So you know that unless the whole thing's going to go down in a scam, not one of them is going to necessarily scam. All form together to create their own tokens and kind of a healthy competition for the Olympics. I think this is a really good opportunity to front run a narrative that's not really talked about because they don't have a lot of following on social media. They actually have their own website. It is called Nation Fi Solana. And as you can see here, it shows the 43 countries, the total market cap, which is up 8 million since Block last mentioned it, the total volume and what's listed. So you can literally go down here and pick some of your favorite countries or some of the countries that you think are really going to do well as far as American coin, China coin, France coin, it goes on and on. Again, there's 43 of them. If you're wondering how to buy this, I actually have a video on how to buy meme coins, specifically Solana meme coins. You can just go watch that video.